Welcome to the Figure Zone. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Toys Star Wars MMS560 Kylo Ren 1/6 scale figure. Now this is from the Rise of Skywalker, aka the Rise of Palpatine, is what I like to call it. More Rising of Palpatine than Skywalker. So anyway, box art, usual standard box for the Hot Toys Star Wars stuff. The back of the box looks frackin' amazing. And the inner piece of artwork also looks frackin' amazing. The second inner tray has the cape in there, so be careful when you're taking that out. Just peel back the tape and you can pretty much slide out the cape. If you try to pull and yank the thing out, you might damage your box. And this is pretty much everything you get with your Kylo Ren. Check out the instructions, just in case there's anything new, because you're going to want to learn how to install the helmet and the batteries and all that fun stuff. If you just try to do it your own, you could mess something up. It shows you a little clip how the lightsaber piece attaches there, and those do come out too. The lightsaber comes apart, so the blades all come out. It's very easy to install all the stuff. The head goes in and out very quickly. And you got the stand here, just a basic crotch grabber. It has like a little piece you can take off, and it's got like a little rough texture on there, so I keep mine on because it helps grip the figure's feet to stay on a little bit better. So yeah. And you get some batteries for the head and for the stupid lightsaber arm, which I'll never ever use because you have to unzip each time you want to turn this thing on or feel around and try to find the on and off switch. And you can break this thing and break your figure's arm by trying to pull this thing in and out numerous times. And there's limited mobility in the wrist because it's attached because the wires are running through the wrist. So throw it in the garbage or just use it if you want. It's up to you. Get some extra wrist pegs just in case you breaks them. Does happen from time to time. And you get a couple hands here, not too many, but they're painted very nicely. They all look like they're gloves, so great job on the painting on that. It's pretty much specific stuff, holding lightsabers, some fists. You got as usual opened force hand, which you kind of need with every single Jedi figure. The helmet looks really good. They did a great job on this. I'm glad we got the helmet and they didn't just decide to just leave the regular unhelmeted portrait in there. So this is pretty cool. So you can pretty much take off the bottom pieces if you want and have them hold the helmet. And it's the light up feature is inside the neck post in there. Looks really nice. Did a great job on this. You have his awesome lightsaber, and again, all these three pieces pop out, and you can pretty much take that hilt and clip it onto his belt there, which shows you in the instructions. Again, looks really nice. Unfortunately, there's no light up feature in the actual lightsaber. That's when that stupid hand comes into play, where you take all those little lightsaber pieces off and stick it on the hand, and then you hope you don't break your finger the whole entire time. Yay. So the cape is pretty cool. It's a very like fluffy kind of material feeling. It looks really weathered. It almost looks like leather. I don't know what it's made of, but it's really cool. There is some wiring going on in the circle part around the hood, so you can pretty much move this thing around any way you want. And what's really cool is it has magnets installed pretty much where it's going to clip onto the body. So the body underneath the suit has magnets around where the shoulder area is, like, and it just clamps onto the front and underneath the neck there. So very cool. And this is pretty easy to get off. Just pretty much pull it off, slide out the little bottom piece. It's all hollow on the inside. So this is what you can do. You can take that off and have him hold it, which looks really cool. So what you do is you find your batteries and you throw your batteries in. And just showing you really quick how to put the batteries in, which you all know. I tend to use the tweezers for this. It just finds it a little bit easier to be able to take the tweezers and then use your thumb and kind of shove them in there, or else they just kind of pop out and fly everywhere. So the light up feature is pretty cool. You have a strobe feature, And then you have an on feature, which is pretty cool. I don't quite understand why we even have a light up feature anyway, because I mean, he pretty much welded this thing together, and it was hot when he was welding it, but then once it was done, it was pretty much just some slight red going on there. It's not like the thing was lit up the whole entire time, but still cool to have. It's a cool feature. I'm digging on it. It lights up really well, especially in the dark. And here is the figure. Yes, he does have a little piece of plastic underneath his neck right there, but we'll take care of that in a second. Great job on the portrait on the figure. It's really fracking amazing. That is Adam Driver right there. That looks really cool. The hair looks really nice. They just did an amazing job, and the scar looks very realistic looking too. Outfit is very cool. It's a little bulky going on there, so it looks really cool. It's very similar to the other Kylo Ren figures that came out. Same kind of like belt material and stuff like that too. And just the usual ribbed arm pieces. I think he's been wearing almost the same costume throughout the whole entire 3 movies, except he just changed up a cloak and some stuff like that. So it looks very cool. The one bummer about this figure is they didn't take advantage of the split cut boot design. You pretty much only have mobility just slightly in the foot area. So that's kind of a bummer. Normally you can, if you want to customize this thing, you can, but it's a Hot Toys figure, so it's a little expensive. You can pretty much find where a seam is looking in a boot and pretty much pop off the boot, take an X-Acto knife and cut around part of the seam where you can find like a cool little spot where it would connect together, and then all you do is pretty much just pop on the boot top piece and pop the regular boot back on, and you got a split cut design going on. I've done it a couple times with some custom figures, never in a Hot Toys figure yet, but always tempted to. Now I like to show you guys stuff on camera to see how well things work and how easy they work, because if there's any problems going on, you'll see it and I'll let you know about it. So pretty much popping the head off, very, very easy. Pull that little piece of plastic thing on. And this just kind of roll up a little piece of material that's on the helmet, pop it on, and pretty much push down the sides, and you're ready to go right there. It's very easy, and I'm very happy about that. Best way I found to use the light up feature is pretty much just pop the top helmet piece off, pull the little material piece off, stick it on the way you want, pop the material on, pop the helmet on, and you got yourself a lit figure. I'm totally digging on this figure. I wasn't going to get him originally. I've got the first Kylo Ren figure from The Force Awakens, but when I saw that portrait, I was like, I have to get that. That just looks so cool, and I've got him displayed with the helmet off, and the helmet's down below his feet like he just threw it down the ground. So I'm totally digging on this figure. The only real issue I have with him is the boots. He doesn't have the split cut boot design, so his ankle articulation is pretty much just you manipulating the thigh rotation. Everything else bends fine. Double bends on the arms and the knees. It's pretty much, you could do anything you want with this figure. You know, of course, to a point, because it's a Hot Toys figure. So I'm totally loving this figure. It's very cool, and he displays really well. One of the greatest things about this figure is you can display him in so many different ways. You can display him pretty much with the helmet on and with the hood down a little bit, or you can pretty much pop the hood on. It gives him more of the sinister look from like the first movie. And you could do like I do too, just pop the helmet off, put the unhelmeted head on, because I just can't hide that head. The head looks so nice, and I've got one displayed with the helmet on, so if you have the other Kylo Ren, he looks awesome next to that Kylo Ren also, with the regular Adam Driver head going on. Very cool. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, it helps out my channel big time. If you want to see more of my videos when they go live, hit the bell notification and you shall be notified. If you're enjoying the video, hit a thumbs up. Share this with your Star Wars friends. So until the next video, may the Force be with you.